Welcome back, developers. Jeff here, and I'm joined once again by our friend Alpha from Pivotal. Alpha is here to tell us about how to handle monitoring and logging to our Cloud Foundry applications. Last time we were together, we talked about how to monitor our infrastructure, but now we're talking about the Foundry. What's next, Alpha?
The next step is connecting the Cloud Foundry logging and metrics pipeline, also called Loggregator, to Stackdriver.
So this would be data ranging from running application logs to health metrics such as container CPU usage.
That's right, Jeff. Loggregator is designed to hook up to external data sinks, which Cloud Foundry calls nozzles. The Stackdriver Nozzle connects to the pipeline through UDP today, potentially switching to TCP in the future, and receives a lossy stream of data from Cloud Foundry to prevent backups in the system. The nozzle can be scaled horizontally as necessary to handle increased log traffic.
That's why we, and I mean a great team from Pivotal and Google, including us, developed the Stackdriver Nozzle. This open source project connects the Loggregator to Stackdriver logging and metrics. It is available on GitHub as part of our Stackdriver Tools BOSH release. Alpha, can you show us how to get set up with the nozzle?
Let's do it. First, we need to enroll our GCP project in the Stackdriver metrics API and ensure our quotas are set to the appropriate limits as documented on our GitHub. Deploying the nozzle can be done by modifying a BOSH release or deploying the tile through PCF Operations Manager.
Let's use the BOSH release for this.
Sounds good. To deploy the Stackdriver nozzle, first upload the latest release from our GitHub repo to our BOSH director, and then add the release to the manifest. Now, create a pool of nozzles with some light configuration to connect to Loggregator in our BOSH manifest.
This sounds like a great time for, and here's one I prepared earlier.
Let's paste it in for now. We'll have a more detailed example in our GitHub linked in the description below. Let's also run the world's fastest BOSH deploy.
Voila! So, we've got logging. Let's prove it. Logs generated by our application are streamed into the Stackdriver logging console. We can see the logs appear in near real time as they happen. The logs we generated show up with detailed metadata related to the GCE instance and the Cloud Foundry application. One great use of this is to filter down to logs from a specific application. Streaming logs can be useful, but often you want to perform aggregations and analysis on your data. This can be done in real time by creating a log sync from Stackdriver into BigQuery.
Every message that CF generates maintains a structure which we can use in our analysis. Let's see what unique user agents have hit our Cloud Foundry today.
Sure. Let me test my minimal BigQuery knowledge. So we'll want to filter by HTTP start-stop events. And I'm going to add a simple group by statement. OK, just find it down here. Here's that structure we talked about. And I'll just go ahead and select that value so we can see it. And there you go. There's a list of all the user agents that hit our Foundry today.
That's awesome. So now we have a full logging pipeline backed by CF, Stackdriver, and Google BigQuery. So let's take a look at those metrics we've been talking about. Why don't we open up Stackdriver monitoring and take a look at our user-created dashboard.
This is another cooking show moment. But the creation process was just add chart, click, 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 so we'll just go ahead and skip it.
CF exposes a ton of metrics on the health of your Cloud Foundry and applications. The Stackdriver nozzle handles these metrics and sends them into Stackdriver monitoring. This dashboard goes beyond what we can measure at the VM level and gives us a look into the huge number of metrics that Cloud Foundry exposes on each container.
Cool. So we can see information like CPU activity of an application, and we can do that at the space, org, or even application level.
This sort of view lets operators and developers better understand their applications and make scaling decisions. A user can also create alerts to detect abnormalities.
And that's application monitoring with Cloud Foundry and Stackdriver.
And thanks for watching our series on Cloud Foundry and Stackdriver.
For more information about Stackdriver and Cloud Foundry on Google Cloud Platform, check out the description. Check out our last video on host monitoring with Stackdriver, and be sure to check out our playlist for more videos on Pivotal Cloud Foundry. Don't forget to subscribe.